Hello and welcome. My name is Alyssa, and today I'm going to guide you through a 30-minute vinyasa flow. This will be an all levels flow. I will provide modifications throughout, but maybe slightly on the more intermediate side with some balancing poses. So take what works for you, leave behind what doesn't. If you have blocks, I will highly suggest blocks with every single flow. If not, maybe some large jugs filled up with water or even large textbooks just to help bring the ground up to you. Obviously, a mat would be helpful, and take a rest. Take a child's pose wherever fits your body and modify as you need. You're the only one in your body. Make sure that you are listening to you. So, to begin, I always like to begin with some seated breathing. So, finding a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. I am sitting up on a block just to kind of help lift me up, lift and lengthen my spine. Either close the eyes or have a soft gaze down at one steady point on the floor. Palms facing down if you'd like a little bit of grounding, or palms facing up if you'd like a little bit of lightness, a little bit of lift, or you're attaching to things too tightly. Finding the breath in and out of the nose. Your normal pattern, your normal rhythm. Allowing yourself to sit here as you gave yourself these 30 minutes. And as we continue to sit, if the mind starts to wander, as I know my mind always tends to do, gently, with compassion, with kindness, bring the mind back to the breath, finding just this breath in and just this breath out. The breath is always happening in the present. The breath isn't thinking about the next breath or the last breath. It's only thinking about this present breath in and this present breath out. So throughout practice and throughout your day, if you tend to find the mind racing, unable to slow down, I encourage you to bring it back to the breath, finding presence in this present breath here and allowing yourself a moment to find potentially some clarity with that breath. Together, we'll take 3 deep belly breaths together, once again, keeping the breath in and out of the nose. So breathe in the nose, expand the chest, expand the rib cage, expand the belly. And on the exhale, release the air back out of the nose. 2 more like that. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. Inhale. And exhale. Release that control of the breath. Come back to your normal pattern, normal rhythm for just a couple cycles. At the bottom of your next exhale, release the air completely out from the bottom of the lungs. And when you think you've empty out just a little bit more. And on the inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up. Palms come to touch overhead. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Anjali Mudra, bowing the head. An invitation to set an intention for your practice today, whatever your mind, your body, your spirit are needing today. Flutter the eyes open if you close them. Gently bring yourself off of your block. We're going to come to all fours for some cat-cow. In cat-cow, we're all fours, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Inhale, drop the belly down, pull the chest and heart forward. Exhale, push the ground away and round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Come back through a neutral spine. And we're going to come into a crescent lunge. So bring the right foot in between the hands. Help it up if you need. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Hands can be on blocks here. Or if it fits your body, arms can go up to the sky. Or arms can be at heart center. Whatever fits your body best. 3 breaths. Two more. Can you pull the right heel and the left knee together to activate these legs? Last breath. Exhale. Circle the hands down, frame the front foot. The back shin is going to swivel to the right. If you have sensitive knees, put a blanket or something underneath. Swivel that back shin to the right. We're going to come up kind of to a mini warrior 2. So the right knee is bent, the left shin is down. From here, extended side angle. So right forearm to right thigh. Start to lean the hips a little bit closer to the ground as you reach the left arm up and over. If you want to take a little deeper, this right hand can come to a block or the floor. Opening up this left hip flexor. Opening up the right hip as well. Again, reaching that left arm long overhead. Whatever feels better for you. I like the forearm on the thigh to get a deeper twist here. One more breath. And exhale. Inhale, come back to our mini warrior 2. Circle the hands down, frame the front foot, swivel the back shin where it came from. And then from here, we're going to meet back in all fours for one round of cat-cow in between. So plant the hands, inhale, drop the belly, pull the chest and heart forward. And exhale, push the ground away and round. Beautiful, meet back through neutral spine in the center. Other side, so left foot steps through in between the hands, help it up if you need. Again, hands on blocks, hands up to the sky, hands at heart center, whatever your body is needing today. Pull the left heel, right knee together to activate the legs. You can just sink into this, or you can activate the legs, and that really fires up this hamstring and the hip flexor. 2 more breaths. You can find a little back bend. It's early in practice though, so be gentle. Last breath. And exhale. Circle the hands down, frame the front foot. Again, back shin swivels, this time to the left. So the right foot is off the left side of the mat, coming up to our baby warrior 2. And then baby extended side angle, left forearm to left thigh. Right arm reaches up and overhead. Starting to lower the hips a little bit to the floor. It's okay if this left knee comes a little over the left ankle. That's okay. 2 more breaths. Long side stretch through the right side of the body. 1 more breath. And exhale. Inhale, come back up to mini baby warrior 2. Circle the hands down, frame the front foot. Swivel the shin back to where it came from. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee, step back, downward facing dog. Once you arrive, feel free to pedal it out, coming to the ball of one foot, ball of the other. Maybe you swish the hips from side to side, dropping the heels one direction, the toes another direction, and then swap. Make sure you get both sides if you're doing that. 2 more breaths in down dog. First down dog of practice. Maybe your first one of the day. Last breath in. And breath out. Bottom of the exhale, gently walk yourself up to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands come to shins or blocks. Pull the chest and heart forward, flatten the back here. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, circle the arms out, around and up, Urdhva Hastasana, down through heart center. And by the sides, Tadasana, mountain pose. Left hand heart, right hand belly, inhale. And exhale. Coming into our sun salutations, I'll offer some modifications. You do what fits you. So inhale, circle the arms out, around and up. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, flatten the back, chest and heart pull forward. Exhale, forward folds. Step back, right foot, left foot, plank pose, either on the balls of the feet or the knees. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground for the first one. Untuck the toes. Inhale, Bhujangasana, low cobra, pull the chest and heart forward. Exhale, release back down. Push back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths, breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Bottom of the exhale, step, hop, float, walk to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, circle the arms out, around and up, Urdhva Hastasana, down through heart center, and by the sides, Tadasana. 1 more time. You can do the same exact thing we just did, or I'll offer slightly different variation. Inhale, circle the arms out, around and up. Exhale, hinge forward, forward folds. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward folds. Step back, left foot, right foot, plank pose, either on the balls of the feet or the knees. Exhale, lower halfway into Chaturanga or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Up dog, thighs and knees off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Like I said before we started, a child's pose or a rest is always, always welcome. But we're going to take 3 deep breaths here, so this could be a beautiful place to take one inhale. And exhale. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Last breath in. And breath out. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Open the hip, bend the knee. Knee goes up to the ceiling. Right heel tries to kick right butt cheek. Either stay here, or you can flip it over into rock star wild thing. So step the right foot behind the left knee off the right side of the mat, or the left side of the mat, excuse me. Lift the hips up. This might look like a back bend. This might look more like a side plank. One is not better than the other. Wherever you landed, 2 more breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last breath in. And breath out. Wherever you're at, step the right foot in between the hands at the top of the mat. Take as little or as long as you'd like to get there. Eventually, we all meet in a low lunge. Now, for your low lunge, if you have the flexibility to pull the chest and heart forward on fingertips, you can do that. I also highly encourage blocks. I would rather you use blocks and pull this chest and heart forward than to have hands on the ground and be rounded. 2 more breaths. Exhale. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Get strong in your feet. Come up, high lunge. Either hands go up to the ceiling or they can come to heart center if that's better on your shoulders. 3 breaths in high lunge. 2 more. And exhale. Last breath in. And exhale. Open it up. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So, right knee is bent, right toes are forward. Left toes are slightly turned in. Shoulders melting down the back, but the arms remain strong. 3 breaths here. 2 more. And exhale, ears, shoulders, hips in alignment. Last breath. And exhale. Flip the right wrist, straighten the right leg. Reach it up and back, reverse or peaceful triangle. This left hand, if you're putting a lot of weight on the leg, wrap it around your back, half bind. 1 more breath, breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, come up to stand. Bend that right knee again, coming into full extended side angle. So right forearm to right thigh. This is option 1. Everyone reach the left arm long overhead. If you want to take this deeper, the right hand can come to a block or the floor to the inside of the right foot. Again, keeping the left arm outstretched long overhead. Gazing towards the fingers with the eyes, if it's okay on the neck. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Look down at the right hand. We're coming into half moon Ardha Chandrasana from here. So the right hand comes to a block or the floor in front of and slightly to the right of the right foot. Step or glide yourself forward. Left leg goes back. Right foot is planted. Left hand on the hip, or it can go up to the sky. The stronger that back leg, the easier this balance will be. Stacking the left ribs on top of the right. 2 more breaths. One more breath in. And 1 more breath out. Gently turn that left hip down towards the ground. Come up to stand on that right leg. Pull the left knee into the chest. If you need to step the left foot down for balance, you can. Coming into tree pose. So, left foot comes somewhere on the right leg. It can be all the way up if that's in your practice. It can be on the calf. It can be a kickstand on the floor. Anywhere but the knee. Find your variation of tree pose. Hands can go to heart center, or they can reach up to the sky for more of a challenge. 2 more breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, bring that left knee back into the chest. I know this right leg might be feeling things. We will get out of it soon enough. As you exhale, step back to high lunge. Kick that left leg back. Step back, high lunge. Again, hands can go up. Hands can go at heart center, whichever is better for your body today. 3 breaths. 2 more. Last breath in. And exhale. Open it back up, warrior 2. Again, right toes forward, left toes slightly turned in. Ears, shoulders, hips in alignment. So don't find yourself reaching too far forward and don't find yourself pulling too far back. Find that middle ground. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. And exhale. Flip the right wrist, straighten the right leg, reach it up and back, reverse or peaceful triangle. Again, find a half bind. If you're hanging out in this back hand, 1 more breath. And exhale. Inhale, come up to stand. Circle the hands down, frame the front foot. Either take your vinyasa or totally skip it. If you're taking it, inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga or to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths, breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And 1 more breath out. 1 more side, and then we'll wind it all down. Inhale, left leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Open the hip and the knee. Knee goes up to the sky, left heel trying to kick the left butt cheek. You can stay here. This is a beautiful place to stay. Find equal weight in both hands if you want to. Flip it over into your rock star wild thing. Left foot steps off the mat. Behind the right knee, lift the hips up. 2 more breaths wherever you landed. 1 more breath in. And 1 more breath out. Step that left foot forward in between the hands from wherever you are. We'll all meet in a low lunge. Again, if you can pull the chest and heart forward without blocks, do so. If you need the blocks, it's not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of more advanced yoga, to be able to listen to your body and what supports you best. 1 more breath in. And 1 more breath out. Get strong in your feet. Come up, high lunge. 3 breaths in high lunge. Again, can you pull the left heel and the right ball of the foot together now? Activating these legs. 2 more breaths. And exhale. 1 more breath in. And exhale. Open it up. Warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. Left toes are forward this time. Right toes slightly turned in. Shoulders are soft, but arms are strong. Slight, not a full tuck to the tailbone, but you're also not sticking the bum out. Finding this neutral spine here. 1 more breath. And exhale. Flip the left wrist, straighten the left leg. Reach it up and back. Reverse or peaceful triangle. 2 breaths. Breathe in. Side stretch through the left side and exhale. 1 more breath in. And exhale. Inhale, come up to stand. Coming into extended side angle. So bend that left knee. Either left forearm to left thigh. Or left hand to a block or the floor to the inside of the left foot. Right arm reaches long overhead. Right ribs stack on top of the left. If they're not stacked, lift yourself up higher. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. Looking up at those fingers and breathe out. Look down towards the left hand, coming into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So grab your block with the left hand in front of and slightly to the left of the left foot. Step or glide yourself forward into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Left hand on a block, right arm on the hip or up to the sky. Strong back leg. Something else to help with balance, find a drishti, a single point of focus on the floor. That will help with your balance. 1 more breath. And exhale. Turn that right hip down. Come up to stand. Right knee pulls into the chest. For a challenge, you can stay on that left foot. For a little modification, step that right leg down. Tree pose. Either above the knee, below the knee, or a kickstand on the ground anywhere but the knee. 3 breaths in tree. Slightly tuck the tailbone under. Push the hips and pelvis forward. And then the right knee trying to push out to the right with just the strength of the leg. 1 more breath in. And 1 more breath out. Right knee into the chest. Kick it back. High lunge. Step that right foot back as far as you can. If you need to wiggle it back once you get there, feel free to do so. Hands up to the sky or hands at heart center. 3 breaths in high lunge. Pulling the legs together to activate them. If your hips had headlights, both going the same direction. 1 more breath in. And 1 more breath out. Open it up, Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. We are almost there. Can you stay low in the legs? You are so much stronger than your mind tells you you are. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. And breath out. Flip the left wrist, straighten the left leg, reach it up and back, reverse or peaceful triangle, 2 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. 1 more breath in and breath out. Inhale, come up to stand, circle the hands down, frame the front foot. Final vinyasa of class if you'd like to take it. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga or to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Breathe in. And breathe out. 1 more breath in. And breath out. Beautiful. Bring the right knee behind the right wrist for pigeon pose on the right side. If this does not work in your body, no big deal. Come to lay on the back. Right ankle over the left knee. Figure 4. It's the same pose. 1 is weight bearing and 1 is not. Release yourself down whenever you're ready. Ensuring that the left hip, the left knee, and the left toes are dialed towards the ground. Couple more breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Coming back to that intention you set for yourself if you chose to set one. Maybe you didn't, and that's okay too. Maybe just taking this moment to find presence in this exact breath. 1 more breath in. And 1 more breath out. Gently lift yourself up if you're in this variation. If you're on your back, you can stay there and swap sides, left ankle over the right knee. Otherwise, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, come back into downward dog. Just 1 breath as a transition. Breathe in. And breathe out. Left knee behind the left wrist for a pigeon on the other side. Again, if you're on your back, left ankle over the right knee. Release yourself down when you're ready. This time, right hip, right knee, and right toes are dialed towards the ground. Allowing yourself to be supported and lifted by the mat here. Couple more breaths. Can you feel the support of the mat and the ground underneath you? One more breath in. And one more breath out. Gently lift yourself up. If you folded forward, if you're on your back, stay there. We'll all be there in just a moment. Sit on the left butt cheek. Right leg swings around. From here, with care, as little or as long as you like, take your time to lay yourself all the way back onto the floor, finding your Shavasana, releasing the legs once you arrive. Release the arms, palms facing up to the sky. Final surrender into the mat, allowing it to hold you up here. On your next inhale, circle the arms long overhead, fingers in one direction, toes in the other. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. If you want to stay longer in Shavasana, you are more than welcome to. On your exhale, bring the knees into the chest, wrapping yourself up in a big hug, offering yourself compassion, kindness, love, and grace. Things that you so freely give to others and so often neglect to give to yourself. Offering you a permission slip today and every day moving forward to give yourself these things without guilt and without shame. One more big squeeze in, and then gently roll over to one side, slowly lifting yourself up, coming to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you after practice. We're going to come back together for one more deep collective breath. Inhale, circle the arms out, around, and up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center, Anjali Mudra, bowing the head in gratitude for your body that does so much for you without you ever asking. And to this ancient practice that helps us come back home to heart center and find presence. Thank you so much for flowing with me. I bow to you. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. You can find me on Instagram at AlyssaXXTucker. I am here for any questions, any recommendations, any requests, anything that you need. I am here to support. You can comment below or find me on Instagram and send me a message. I look forward to connecting with you. Take care.